Now I don't really hear any F sharps like. So I got in my ears it's kind of like A, and then more A, and then this one here I would say is a D.
Okay.
Now that one there, that's a B minor, I think.
Yeah.
And then you're back to A. And then we're back to D. Back to A to finish off. And then in the second part, that's all A. And then a big D. And I think this is E minor type of thing, or just E. Yeah, E, E. And then back to A. And then a D. And then back to A. Now you can get a lot more complicated, of course.
I was looking at my play history, and I got that from the Good Tune.
The Good Tune. What's that?
All right, so I've got to put this on the chat. Let's see, chat.
The Good Tune.
Here. Okay, play that one and see how that guitarist. He's one of my favorite guitarists.
Let's see here.
This robotic puppy is so lifelike, it actually fooled my neighbour who's a veterinarian. I've been a
Okay. Oh.
Hum that along in your head.
Nice. Very jazzy. Kevin Lees and Sebastian Bach.
You don't know them, huh?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where are these guys? Where are these guys from?
Well, somewhere England or Ireland or somewhere.
Yeah. They got English flags behind them, so I wouldn't say they're Irish.
Yeah, and they
possibly Scottish.
They just opened a new recording studio.
Oh wow, cool.
So anyway.
Oh. Anyway, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's what I would kind of think for that tune.
Okay.
Would be the chords.
So if I get this tune down, I want to my guitar player guy, he could play that like that. If I told him exactly what to do.
Yeah. Now, of course, they're doing they're doing a lot more chords, like, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
So what I showed you there is kind of like the basis, and then you can expand from there. You can play different chords between those to go from one to the other. And good guitar players, that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that guy was doing that too.
Yeah, he plays a lot of different tunings too.
Oh, really?
And one of his guitars is 12 string, but it's like the strings are very tight together, the two.
Oh.
So
okay.
It's a really cool sound. It's not the normal folk 12 string.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So
now my guitar player Brian in our band, he's got a tuning that I've never heard of in my life, and it's D A D A D A.
D A. Really?
Yeah, D A D A D A. Da da da. So not dad gad. Da da da.
Does he stay in that all the time or a lot?
Yes, yes, and he makes a lot of use of the capo, and sometimes he'll even, like, if we got two tunes in a set, he'll have two capos on the guitar, and so we'll get finished.
Partial capos.
Yeah, no, like full Because
just to rip it
say we're
off.
doing a tune, yeah, just knock them off, and you're in the next key, right? And I love when he does that, and it's funny too because when it hits the floor, it hits the floor at exactly the right time when we start the next tune. It's really cool. But yeah, so that's the way he tunes it. Now he started off on mandolin, right? And his father was a fiddle player, so he
Okay.
basically plays the guitar like a fiddle player.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that tuning down.
It's
Da
the
da da
only
da.
one, the only guy I've ever heard of doing that is Brian.
I have a guitar on the other side of this wall that I could tune like that in a minute.
Oh, cool. Now he has to, he uses specific gauge strings,
Oh,
and I don't know what they are. I remember when we made the second record, he was playing electric,
uh-huh.
Les Paul, 54 Les Paul.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's basically why we made the record, and he broke a string and he forgot his string, so I had to go to the guitar store and get the specific gauge.
Okay.
So you can't
Yeah.
just kind of slap. You have to have the right gauge for because I think it's the one is the low D and then the next D up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to know what gauges the strings are. I'll ask him. I'll find out from him.
Well, I play with it. I don't think I'd ever do it very serious.
Yeah, and he's real cheap. So whenever he breaks a string, he just ties a knot in it. He leaves the end there, ties a knot in it, drives it in a little bit more on the end, keep going.
Wow. That's funny. Well, let me share the screen again.
Yeah,
Actually, let me see if I can send you the link so I don't have to turn off my recording.
sure.
Um, Tell me if that shows up. Oh, I've got to. I've got to change it to share with others. There we go. See if that works better. That's
Okay,
not
so
any
you
different, but the sharing should be open.
Okay, Blue Mist set. Yeah,
There
I
you
got you.
go.
So we got Rosebud, great tune. It's a must-have for every Cape Breton fiddler.
Yeah, Tom Day.
Tom Day is a great tune.
And
I don't play it very much, but it's a great tune. It should be.
okay.
And then Lime Hill, obviously, Dan R.
Yeah.
Great tune to get. And it's not that hard. It's pretty easy. Sandy MacIntyre's there. And like I said with Sandy, you learn a lot of good skills when you work on Sandy MacIntyre's
Okay.
trip to Boston. Because you're playing on the low strings in the key of A.
Yeah,
First
yeah.
of all, the challenge right away.
Yeah.
And then also, if you do it right, like with your bow, and there's many tunes where this is the case, like Big John McNeil or any of those Scottish ones that are down on the low strings. If you do it at the right part of your bow can just kind of dance over the strings and do
Okay.
all the work for you. So, see that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just a little nudge and a push from my fingers, and it's just doing it all for me. You can do it all day, but
Yeah,
if you don't have that kind of technique in the right part of the bow, it's a lot of work. You have to do it all yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a great one to practice that whole thing. And then MacQuarrie's, I don't know. Oh yeah. Great tune. Wicked tune.
Yeah, that was just copied off of this session this morning.
Oh yeah?
I've really
Cool.
run through that one.
Oh, that's a great one. I didn't know it by the title. There's a lot of these old Cape Breton tunes. I don't really know the titles because I was just a little kid, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well, so let's go back to Blue Mist.
Yeah.
Um, and let's see, fifth set. Okay. See if this works for you.
Okay. In the chatty?
Yeah, that last YouTube.
Yeah, got it.
Oh, and so that's that set.
So when's this from? 5 months ago. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what I'm trying to do, here is learn enough of their tunes so that when I go back the next time, I can play most of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because at that was my second time ever at a Blue Mist session.
Oh, really? Wow.
So I'll go back and maybe I'll know more tunes.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a great idea.
Let's see, in that session, it introduced me to Bonnie Laps of Headlake.
Yeah, wicked tune.
Which is my lead tune whenever I play anywhere, because I can open up when the guitar can fill in when he gets ready.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a great tune. The Bonnie Lass of Headlake.
Yeah, and then the other one was Beauties of the Ballroom.
I love that tune. I recorded it.
Yeah, I think I've seen your YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful tune. I can't remember who wrote it. It wasn't Dan R. I thought it was Dan R. for years and years, and Paul Cranford told me that I was wrong.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, definitely a great one to get. It's got a few things going on, that tune. Like,
yeah. So the one piece, it's always hard.
Yeah.
That little piece, do you do it?
Yeah, I use my pinky.
Oh, you use your pinky. You don't shift. Oh.
No. Now, I talked to Jerry Holland about this one time, and he gave me really good advice. He was like, if you're playing live, use the pinky. Because it's quick, right? And also, I always remind everybody, your pinky is also supposed to play a C. Because all your fingers have a stretched position, right? Where you're playing the sharp note or the natural note or whatever.
Yeah.
And your pinky does too. So your pinky actually can play 3 notes. It can play B flat, it can play B, and since there's no black note between B and C, you can get a C.
Okay. Well.
Now, and I learned that when I was a kid with the classical thing, doing the C major scale in 2 octaves and the arpeggio. Have you ever done that?
No, but I will put that on my list.
It's a really good one to do, not just for the key of C, also for A minor and for other keys that have, C naturals and F naturals in them. Because you got to get used to that on the fiddle. We don't play those notes very often, right?
So it's a sort of a tone and confidence thing for me.
Yeah. Oh, I know. But so here's the thing. You bring that up. So Jerry used to say when you're playing live, he was like, when I play live, I use the pinky because also it's kind of a great sound when you come down off of it. Because it's a bit of a slide live. In the studio, when you're recording, it's not so good. It sounds a little bit. You can't get rid of that slide ever, right?
Yeah.
So when he said when he was in the studio, he would go to second position
Oh, second. Okay.
to get
Okay.
the C. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for recording though. If he was playing live, it would just be the pinky. So he told me that, and I started using the pinky for the high C for all kind of many things, and I like it way better. So I use the pinky.
Okay. I will practice that. It just
Because
seems,
you get that little. It's kind of a neat sound.
and it could be a
See that?
so you're slurring it down. Yeah, you're slurring it down.
You can, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Brent Santacona on that.
Oh
side.
yeah, Brett. Did you hear about the failed robbery at the Blue Mist?
Oh, I did see that in the news somewhere, but it was
Yeah.
failed? Tell me
It
more.
was failed. So what happened was my friend Stephanie Kahn. You know Stephanie? She plays the concertina.
Okay.
She goes to the Blue Mist session.
Okay.
But she lives here in Toronto too. She's back in Toronto now. She spent the whole summer up there.
Does she play the Borin as
Yeah, a
well?
little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so she was telling us that she got it off of Paul Cranford, who was there, obviously. And so what happened was this guy comes into the Blue Mist, and it's his third heist of the day. He did 2 legions earlier in the day. And he's got this gun, and he pulls the gun on the young one behind the counter and says, give me the money, right? And she's like frozen in fear. She doesn't move. So he decides he's going to get the money himself. He puts his gun on the counter, hops over the counter to get the money. One of the other guys grabs the gun and is like, fuck you, buddy. The guy takes off. The cops go running after him, take him down.
That's funny. Oh,
He
man.
put his gun down on the counter and hopped over the counter.
Wow.
That could be a movie, for God's sakes.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
But anyway, so then Paul Cranford shows up, and there's cops everywhere, and it's like, is the
This
session
on a
on?
Thursday?
On the session night. Yeah. And it's like, is the session on? Well, not right now. We had this incident. So Paul leaves his fiddle in the vestibule for some reason, and he goes, goes off, and then he comes back to see if the session's on, and the cops are there, and there's like, no session tonight. And he's like, well, can I just grab my fiddle? And he's like, no, that's evidence.
Evidence. Oh, man.
So anyway, failed robbery at the Blue Mist.
Oh, yeah. They don't have a closed circuit TV or a camera to record that.
No, they did. That's how they were. They got the guy. So, But oh my God, only in Cape Breton, man.
Yeah.
Only in Cape Breton would a guy take out his gun and then put it down to get the money. Yeah. But anyway, so those are all good tunes. I was just looking at where is it now? Just 1 sec. I was just looking at the set.
Yeah, all the sets.
And
There's a guy
and
on the session, Donald Kay, who's been on the session for 100 years. He identified all these tunes for me
oh, nice one.
because I didn't know what they were.
Yeah. Where'd it go? Oh, I see. Hold on.
Yeah, they're in the kind of the description of the video.
Oh, here we go. Okay. So, I was looking at Tom Day. I can't remember Tom Day now. I did play it at one time. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great tune.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard when I was going through it this morning.
No, not a hard tune. And it's a Strat bass, so you're not going that fast with it,
Yeah, so I had in Stir Machine, when you put together a set or a medley of tunes, you set a tempo at the top. And because the first one's 6/8, the second one's 4/4, the beats don't line up. So I got to cut the beats per minute way back when I get to the Straspe.
Yeah, although with the Straspe, unlike a march, your foot is going for every quarter note of the measure, eh? So, because in
Yeah.
March you're just going twice per measure. So, like if I'm
Yeah.
playing Kennedy Street March, how's that go now? So
Yeah.
that's the march, right?
Yep.
And your foot's going down twice per measure. It's very
Yeah.
relaxed. And then when you get to the Straspe, it double times
Right. Okay.
with
But
the
then,
foot.
so when I was playing through it, I had to watch the tempo because the triplets at the end they went ungodly fast.
Now, and that's so. There's lots of that with Strasbass, right? There's lots of
Yeah.
bits where it's all triplets, and so Strasbass and jigs are closely related. And in fact, if you look at the step dancers dancing to Strasbass, it looks like they're dancing a jig. And because it kind of goes along with it like it's a two feel. So diddle 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 tickety diddle 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 diddle. So it's basically a jig. So when I get to triplets in a Strasbass, I just play a jig.
Okay.
So I get to like at the end of Lime
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, the
See
jig
that?
rhythm. Yeah, the jig rhythm.
And then that's because that's not hard to do fast. Like
Yeah.
you get that going, and it's kind of and it's that's what's nice about Strasbass is that you can superimpose the jig feel onto it. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. You always have to shoot for your weakest part of the set with the tempo.
Yeah. Let me see let's see if what I had the tempo set for here. Dang it. 55.
55. So
That's what I had Tom
Let me
Day
see.
set at.
55. So but that's like
That's
yeah.
that was the first time through it, that kind of
Yeah. So 55. So that's the halftime.
Probably, yeah.
That's the
It's-
halftime.
I'm
So
just doing it however Strum Machine counts it on
oh, for
that.
sure. So if you were to do it at the double time, it would be like 110,
Right,
and
right.
it would be like yeah, diddle 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 die die
Yeah.
diddle die die. Yeah. So it's good to understand those things though, because it gets confusing with that double time and
Yeah,
halftime.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's a good tempo, like totally good tempo to do a Strasbass at. Strasbass have different tempos, like it's not always the same. Some
Okay.
of them are a little slower. If you're playing for dancers, you got to be a little quicker. You know what I mean?
Well, I'd like to see you dance. Someday when I come out there, I'm going to go see you dance.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Not seen like a square dance. I've not seen the square dance yet.
Oh, wow. I play for all the dances here in Toronto.
Yeah.
The Irish Cayleys, and they happen quite often, a couple times a month. And I play for the contra dances. That's a very common thing here, contra dances.
Yeah.
You know those, the big lines
Yeah.
of people?
Yeah, they do that.
So
in
they do that a lot. And so I play for those. I play for the Scottish Country Dance Band,
Okay.
where you have to play 4 bars of music for them to get in place.
Okay.
And then you got to play da da dee 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 dee. It's really, really, really structured and formal. I still find it fun. The only thing about it is it's a completely read gig because I don't play a lot of that Scottish country dance music from Scotland,
What do
so
you
I
think?
have to read the gig.
Oh, you got to read the whole thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
at tempo too. So it's a
And-
challenge.
Who's your company? Who's your backup?
The guy who leads the band is called Laird Brown. And his father, this is a funny story, his father was Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was a Glaswegian guy that immigrated over here way back in the 60s or something like that. And he produced the Cape Breton Symphony.
Okay.
You heard of that?
But they're still going, right?
I don't know if they're still going, but back in the day, it was Winston Fitzgerald,
Oh,
Wilfred Gillis, Jerry Holland, who else now? Dan MacDonald was in it. So many different fiddle players over the years, but that was the core group. And John Allen Cameron had a show on CBC television, and there was these little spots of the Cape Breton Symphony,
okay,
and Bobby Brown produced those spots,
okay.
and he also led this Scottish country dance band. Now, back in those days, here in Toronto, the Scottish country dance thing was huge, and the dances would be huge, like 300 people.
Oh, yeah.
And the band would be big. There'd be like 10 people on the stage, type of thing. And Bobby Brown died, and his son Laird plays the piano and the piano accordion, and he took over the band.
Okay.
Now, these days, the dances are much smaller. There's like about 100 people show up, or
Okay, well,
60.
that's still really big for
Oh,
Wyoming.
for sure, yeah. But it's not very often. Like the Irish, the contra dances are the most often. The Irish are the second most often, and the Scottish country is very seldom.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but they.
okay. So one of the players at the Gaelic College Wednesday night things, um, he was concertmaster for the Cape Breton Symphony.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's where I started looking into whatever the heck that was. I'd never
Oh, it
heard of
was
it prior to
the
that.
the records from those days. I have them here. They're great
Yeah,
because you got the best players there,
yeah.
and they kind of feature. And there's video on YouTube of that formation of the Cape Breton Symphony with Jerry playing, and I love them. They're
Oh,
great videos. But the funny story, and Sandy MacIntyre told me all about it because he was in it, right? And he said that the first rehearsal that they had was all those guys I've just listed, Winston and Wilfred and Jerry and Dan and just the best players, and they're sitting in the studio. And Bobby Brown asks them to play Mrs. McLeod's Reel.
okay.
And they play it a few times. They get finished, and nobody's saying anything, and everybody's nervous. And Bobby Brown says in his Glaswegian accent, he's like, "What did you think of that, gentlemen?" And nobody was saying anything. And then I guess Wilfred Gillis pipes up with a squeaky voice, and he says, "I thought that was pretty good." And Bobby Brown says, "You played 7 different Mrs. McLeod's reels at the same time."
Yeah.
And then it was to tell Winston, "You're playing it wrong. Winston Fitzgerald." But he did, and he got them all on the same page, and that was his job.
So are there other instruments besides fiddles? Do you
No,
have?
just the fiddles. It was piano accompaniment, and he
Okay,
played
but it's
piano.
it's a bunch of fiddles playing the same line.
Playing the same tune, yeah, absolutely. Now they
Yeah.
did do some stuff where there'd be a little bit of harmony and stuff like that, but mostly it was just them playing the tunes together.
Okay, then that sounds different than what I was seeing. Sounded like a symphony with first, second violin, violas, and cellos.
Oh no, this was just a group of like 7 players.
Okay.
I have the record somewhere. I'll see if I can find it for next time. But they stood in a half circle and played the
Oh.
tunes.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice. It's good, and apparently the spots were really good. I've only seen a few of them on YouTube, and I can imagine that they were just awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make a little note to look for that.
Cape Breton Symphony. You can find the clips on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think Buddy was in it too. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And this
And
was
everybody stayed at Sandy's house here in Toronto. They all said they would stay at Sandy's house when they were producing the little spots.
and they were 30 seconds or the full tune.
Oh no, it'd be like a set of tunes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a couple of tunes. It's Strasbourg Reel type of thing, and they're really good too. I love that whole selection, like the tunes of that time. They're like my favorite Cape Breton tunes,
Okay.
which would be
Yeah.
like 60s, 70s type of thing. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
the tunes people were playing. Like in your list that you just put on there for the Blue Mist, That's a good example. Those are all tunes that were big at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So on the Blue Mist, so I'm up to the 5th set. I would eventually
Okay.
get to know all the sets.
Now, I'm only looking at one set here.
If you go to the
Open.
transcript of the thing, you'll see everything listed out.
Yeah, I got it here. So, do this set number 5. Oh, Faded Love. There you go.
Yeah, Faded Love. We have a kind of a bluegrass, not really open mic, but it's the set musicians that call up people who brought an instrument. And I'm going to be playing Faded Love soon. I've got to do it the country harmony way. It's hard.
It is, but I love doing it. It's great. Faded Love is great. Yeah. The kids up in I teach in these native communities.
Okay.
On the internet, which is wild. I can't believe it. But they love that tune. They love Faded Love, man. Oh, and they love Boil the Cabbage, like you wouldn't believe.
Okay, boil. Okay.
You know that one?
No, but I will.
Oh my God. It's the most beginner tune of all. Like, I'll play it for you. That's it.
Okay, that's familiar.
That's the whole tune.
Yeah, that's familiar.
And they love it. And they do it with different bowings. And I really like the idea because it gets their hand moving. So they do it with the jiggle bowing. See that? And then they do the shuffle bowing.
Yep.
And they do the chicken.
Okay.
And those are all really good things to do when you're first learning the fiddle. And this jiggle thing, I learned it from the group that had me teaching in these communities before the pandemic. It's called Strings Across the Sky, and it's part of their method of teaching is doing the tremolo bowing right away.
With loose wrist.
Yes. So like this, they do it. Say on Amazing Grace. Yeah. And the native kids love doing the jiggle. They just love it. And they were playing that. They were playing Faded Love, and I was wondering, like, first of all, I didn't know about the tremolo bowing technique, so I was surprised at how well it worked. And I use it with people all the time now because it basically just gets your hand to get started trying to do the thing on its own without your whole arm, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Very useful, very useful. But I was wondering why they loved it so much, and then I watched a documentary, which I highly recommend, and it's called, what's it called? Medicine Fiddle.
Medicine Fiddle, okay.
And it's about fiddle players up in Northern Ontario, native guys, and in Michigan, because they're all the same people.
Right.
Ojibwe and Anishinaabe people, right? On both sides of the border.
Yeah.
And so they go through all these different fiddle players from back in the 70s. And that's part of the reason they had us coming up to teach the kids fiddle, because there's been a gap of fiddle playing in the community for like 20-some years.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to bring it back. And so, but the guy that struck me the most was Coleman Trudeau. And he was a fiddle player from the Sault Ste. Marie area. And he was a logger. So he was working in Michigan in the logging camps. Mm-hmm. And I love the videos of him, because at one point he's in the woods, right, and they're having their break, and they put the chainsaws down, and Coleman sits on the stump and he starts playing the fiddle, and the fella behind him, another native guy, a younger guy behind him, he's got his work boots on and he just can't help it. He starts dancing, and he's just like, he's behind him, just giving her, like, it's so good. But anyway, so Coleman Trudeau was an alcoholic, and he sobered up on Manitoulin Island, a place called Wikwemikong, Manitoulin Island. And I was there. I taught in Wikwemikong for good couple of years before the pandemic, and then they kind of closed off their community.
Yeah.
But and so I was listening to him, and he played this tune, and it's called "One Sober Night in Wiki," which is what
One Sober Night in Wiki.
One Sober Night in Wiki, because what happened was he came over from Michigan to Wiki to visit people or whatever, and he decided he wanted to dry out. He wanted to stop drinking.
Okay.
And so this was his first sober night.
Oh.
And it's a waltz, and it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous tune. And so he plays the tune the first time just straight up. The second time he plays it entirely tremolo.
Oh, wow.
And now it's starting to twig why they like it so much, right? Like, because that name was big. Like, people, whenever I would say to anybody in the community I'm teaching fiddle, they would say, "Do you know about Coleman Trudeau?" I'd be like, "Yes, I do," you know. So it's very interesting how these things run through. Like, the kids didn't even realize that they liked it.
That's interesting. So around here, you know, we have the Crows and Lakotas, and they're just the economy is just horrible, and the young people don't have any reason to stay. I wonder if there'd be interest. I mean, in fiddling.
Well, it's really I think it's a great initiative. Like, and they bought fiddles. The school in Wickwabacon bought 25 fiddles.
Okay. Yeah.
And they would have us up, and we'd spend a week going to the school every day teaching all the kids, like 86 kids, I think.
Right.
And and then we'd come back the next month and do it again and get them ready for a Christmas concert. And then they do little concerts in the community. It was an excellent idea. And the kids loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I started doing other schools. This one called Sagamok. That was a community where they had some suicides.
Yeah. That's pretty bad in Lakotas too.
And so I went up there to teach the kids, same thing, for 1 week out of the month. And the kids were so nice, man. Such great kids. And the community was awesome. Like, definitely troubled, no question about it, but really good people, just up against it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now, the natives in that part of Ontario are not immigrants. So, you know how in the States, a lot of the native people came from somewhere else?
Yeah, they moved around.
Yeah.
They didn't really have a territory to...
No, they kept getting chased away, right?
Yeah.
But that community there in Ontario, that's always been there. They call it unceded territory.
Okay. Unceded.
So there's no federal government there.
Okay.
They have their own thing going, like, which is pretty cool. They never had a treaty with the government. They just do their own thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the tremolo was really useful. The shuffle bowing obviously is really useful. It's always good to do because, like, for jigs or for just getting from one end of your bow to the other reliably. And then the other thing, the chicken bowing, right? That's really good because you get to know how to bounce your bow, which I do a lot of.
Yeah. Okay.
Depending on the tune.
Yeah. And I don't really do it.
Yeah, I think you would get along very well doing that. Okay. Starting to get into letting the bow bounce a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's a few ways you can do it. So you can do. This is what I get violinists to do. So I have a few violinists over the years that have tried to switch gears.
Yeah.
And they really want to, like, the telltale violinist playing fiddle music, right?
They vibrato, like, right?
Vibrato the entire time, even on eighth notes. And every note has a length. That's the other thing. Whereas fiddle players, we treat it like a drum.
Okay.
Very momentary. Like our notes are like this. Like, whereas, so for instance, I always say Cooley's real. So for us, we're playing Cooley's, it sounds like this. Very short and punchy, right?
Yeah, very jumpy.
And gets the arses moving. Whereas classical violinists, they just can't seem to do it other than this. Where the notes have length. See what I mean? They just can't see. So one thing I get them to do is to drop the bow. Make a good sound.
Okay.
See that? Now that wasn't a good sound. I need to tighten it up. So to be able to drop it onto the string, have a good sound come off, is really, really useful. There you
Well,
go.
you know,
See
I would tend to be the violinist style, but I
yeah,
have started trying to play tunes like Cooley's Jumpy,
yeah,
and
good.
I'm trying to break. I don't know if I ever will.
I'll just
So
play it for you so that you have a reference.
yeah,
See that?
yeah. Okay, I'll copy that.
So you
Yeah.
should try dropping the bow. You should see how you do. See how you get along. Just let
Well,
it drop on the string and see if it makes a nice momentary sound or
yeah.
not.
Well, let me tell you another story before we have to go. Is
Sure.
I did a little week-long mission trip over in Lakota in Pine Ridge, and
Oh yeah.
one of the guys I got to know, one of the natives, he had a guitar in his, and it was a decent guitar, but it was all out of tune. He didn't know how to play it, so I got it. I tuned it up, and then he started doing his native chants with the drum.
Oh,
So
cool.
so now I'm thinking if I go back and bring a fiddle, maybe we'll start.
Definitely.
I don't know. He's very open to
Yeah.
different kinds of exploring with music.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. And I'll tell you that I don't know about Lakota people, but with the Anishinaabe and Ojibwe people up here, the way they play fiddle music is really cool. Like it's and they have and in Cape Breton too, eh? I don't know if you ever heard Morgan Tony.
no, I don't. No, I don't
Oh,
know
he's
that.
great. He's a young fella from Eskasoni,
Okay.
which is a reserve. And then we grew up with Wilford Prosper, who was a Micmac guy from the reserve, and he played Scottish music. He was just great. Everybody loved him. And he had a very, very different way of doing it.
Uh huh. Is
You know?
the one person kind of a kid, about 25 or 30?
Morgan, yeah.
Okay, I might have seen him. I might have.
Yeah,
He might have been with me
probably.
in the first session at Blue Mist.
Yeah, he would go to the Blue Mist because he's from not far. And I played with him here in Toronto.
Yeah.
And he sings too. And he sings really nice stuff.
If
Like
it's the same person, Paul was getting kind of irritated at him because he wasn't noticing what anybody else was doing. Something like that.
that's unfortunately he's a kind of a victim of early success.
Oh,
And he's a really nice young fella, but I don't think there's a huge amount of awareness there. Like,
yeah.
and the thing is that there's not many native people playing this
Right.
stuff. So he's
Right.
like the guy, you know what I mean?
Right.
And maybe a bit early, but he is a good player, a nice player, and his singing is beautiful. And I played with him here in Toronto. It was kind of funny. He was doing this showcase thing for a multicultural festival here in
Uh-huh.
Toronto, and he calls me because I'm the only guy around. And I go play with him,
Uh-huh.
and we're in there, and I'm talking to him, and he seems kind of nervous, you know. And I was like, the place was full of black and brown people. Like there
Uh-huh.
was not really any white people there.
Uh-huh.
And I just said to him, listen, man, you ever played for black and brown people before? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, first of all, just relax. Like, don't worry about it, you know. And I was like, second of all, you gonna sing for them? And he was like, well, they wanted Scottish fiddle, and I was like, you gonna sing for them, man? These people would never have heard that type of thing
Yeah.
before in their life. And he's like, okay, so he did, and it went over huge, man. They just
Oh, yeah,
loved
yeah.
it,
He
like,
probably
yeah,
warmed everybody up.
absolutely. And then we played a bunch of Scottish.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
but yeah, he's like he's a nice player, but he just started. Like he hasn't been playing that long.
Yeah. So that would have
And
been
sometimes
about a year ago that I would have played next to him.
oh, I gotta go.
Okay.
Gotta go.
All
Okay.
right. See
Talk to
ya.
you again.
All right.